Video games, video games. I like to collect video games. Video games, video games. I like to collect video games.
Welcome back. I'm James at PlayStation Ain't Dead, back with another pickups video. If this is your first time watching the video, I do a monthly pickups video showcasing my PlayStation 5 pickups for the previous month. Some of you know that I'm going for a full PS5 set, so it's a world set, North America, and then the region exclusive for those games. So just follow me through my journey as I pick up these games, showcasing. It's good knowledge too, so if you're somebody that's maybe catching these videos later to see what kind of games to look out for, I have an Excel spreadsheet I'll link below that you can kind of see what's out now, and I update that periodically throughout the month too as well, and what's coming out. So if you want to check that out, check it out. But yeah, we'll kind of jump into it. Not a lot of games this month, luckily, but I know a lot of these games are kind of ramping up. I feel like October to the end, at least for sure October is going to be huge as far as a lot of releases coming out. Obviously I know they're ramping up for the holidays, so my wallet will probably be hurting at that point, but we'll see. I'm not going to probably get all the games that come out then, because there's just too many. So but yeah, we'll jump right into it. Only like real like weird thing that's not a game is actually this PlayStation Pasta here. This is only exclusive through Italy, so that's the only way you can get it. I don't know why, but yeah, PlayStation Pasta. I do collect PlayStation stuff, as you can kind of see some stuff here, but it's kind of cool to add that to the collection finally. All the shapes are, you know, PlayStation symbols, so you got the triangle, X, cross, however you want to say it, square, circle. So if ever in a dire need and can't buy food, this is the first thing I'm going to, eating some hard pasta. But yeah, we'll jump into it, guys. Like I said, I'm gonna do this probably like I did last time, showcase the game, play some put some gameplay, and then kind of talk about it a little bit here. So if you feel free, please like, subscribe, hit that follow button, smash that like, leave a comment. I appreciate all that stuff, and let's get into it, guys. Alright, we got NBA 2K Playgrounds 2. I'm not really going for PS4 games, but I got this for like $2, so I decided to grab it. This is definitely kind of like, I would say not definitely, but it tries to play on the NBA Street, NBA Jam, but it's a little bit different. I don't think it's as good as that, but if you're a fan of NBA, something you might want to check out. Next up, we got Demon Slayer Sweep the Board. This is the first in its series from the animated series Demon Slayer. You got a board game, essentially. You think of it like a Mario Party. So if you're a fan of anime, especially this anime, it's gonna be something up your alley. I haven't watched the show. I really don't plan to, but I know there's a big fan base out there. So if you're a fan of Demon Slayer and the Mario Party type games, I think you'll enjoy this one. Next up, As Dusk Falls. I forgot to show this off last month because I was playing it. Probably one of my favorite games I've played so far this year. Amazing game. This takes place in 1998 in Arizona. Starting off with a robbery gone wrong, and it really just kind of depends on how you select the different paths determines on how the story is going to end. So great game. Highly recommend this one. It's really like a movie, and it kind of reminds me of the movie A Darkly Scanner as far as how the graphics are, but definitely check this one out. I feel like this might want to be something you'd want to look out for, because it might be harder to find, I'd say, later on because of how good the game is. So definitely check this one out. Next up, Fate Seeker 2. I really didn't know there was a first one, but I've actually heard really good things. This has got really good positive reviews on this one, and this is like it's like a Chinese martial arts, action-packed RPG. Looks really cool. Like I said, I haven't played the first one, but I've heard good things. This is the Asia English version that came out physically for the PS5, so I don't know if we'll get one here in the States, but if you get this one, this does play in English, so definitely if that's something up your alley, check it out. Next up, The Legend of Heroes Trails Through Daybreak. So this is the first title in this series of this action RPG, and it is turn-based as well too. So you can do like a real-time and turn-based combat, which is cool depending on how you like to play. But yeah, if you're a fan of the Legend of Heroes games, this is something you probably want to definitely check out if you haven't already. I know there is the sequel coming out for this one as well too, so kind of be on the lookout for that one. Next up, Dead Rising 3. This was an Xbox exclusive, so the only way to play this one was on Xbox at the time. I believe it still is, unless it came on PC. But really enjoyed these games. Glad the remake is coming out this year. Can't wait to pick that up. But I was kind of just on a search of Dead Rising games I don't have. I had this one back in the day and then got rid of it, but decided to pick it up again. So really fun games. If you haven't played any of the Dead Rising games, definitely check them out. Especially check out the PS5 one coming out later this year. Next one, Retropolis, Never Say Goodbye. This is another VR2 title published by Perk Games, the leaders in this VR stuff. But yeah, this one, the title literally, it's hilarious because it reminds me of like a James Bond movie title. But this is another like sci-fi mystery adventure, kind of spanning over 4 different episodes. And you gotta use like your extendo arms to kind of uncover the truth. So definitely, if you're a fan of VR2 or just VR in general, that's something you definitely probably want to check out. EA Sports College Football 25. Man, it's been at least over 10 years since the last one came out. It finally came out. I know a lot of people are waiting on it, and I've heard really good things about it. So I've heard it's better than Madden. I'm kind of curious to see if Madden's going to turn out how this one did, or if they got different people working on the team. But it's back, College Football 2025. If you're a college football fan or a sports fan, you probably already have this, so no need of explanation. Next one up, Pheromonium. I mean, it wouldn't be a video if it wasn't for my favorite publisher, Red Art Games. No, but they put out these little like rag indies, which are like $20. This one definitely looks pretty cool. Gives you kind of Cuphead vibes in a way, but it is a Metrovania, like a psychedelic Metrovania type games where it's kind of funny in some aspects of it, and kind of just creepy and weird and stuff like that. So if that's something that piques your interest, definitely check this one out. I definitely know I will. Next up is Hybroxia. Now this is an unreleased, unannounced game thus far, if you're watching this now, but not for sure when this will be announced or if it gets announced. This is a promo copy, so it is hole punch in the back. But this has been out for Vita, PS4 for a while. It is a shmup game, very cool retro type, a side-scrolling shoot 'em up where you're gonna upgrade your ships and things like that. Very fun game. Like I said, I don't know when this will get announced. If it does, the same publisher did, or the developer did, Super Perils of Baking. So if you like their type of games, I think you'll enjoy this one as well. Next up, we have Flintlock, The Siege of Dawn. Now this one looks pretty dope. This one is kind of like a Souls light type kind of a game, where you're gonna use like magic and gunpowder to kind of take back the world and kill these gods. I heard it's pretty challenging combat. Haven't played it yet, but it does look like it's something that's right up my alley as far as getting into. I will tell you this: if you played this one on normal mode and want to change up the difficulty, go into story mode. If you're a trophy hunter, you will not get trophies on story mode, and it will make you start all over. So kind of the word of the wise there. Just play it, get better at it, or what they say, get good. Next one here is Agatha Christie, The ABC Murders. This is a detective game where you have to solve crimes and face the mysterious ABC killer. So I mean, it's any other detective game where you're gonna be questioning suspects, solving puzzles, overlooking clues, things like that. So if that's something up your alley, definitely check this one out. And oddly enough, this is only like a $20 game, so super cheap. Next up here is Last Night of Winter, another Red Arts game. They do a really good job with their games that they put out, because this one, or a lot of their series, they have like slip covers with them and some goodies that come with them too. So appreciate that. Keep doing that. But this game is sort of like it's like a mix between like a Zelda, Legend of Zelda, and like a Dark Souls type of game. Great art style. It can be a little challenging. I heard the controls can be a little bit wonky, but I heard the story is really good. So if that's something up your alley, definitely check this one out. Next up is Enclave HD. This was a limited run game. I did get this for PS5 a few months back, but this came with the NBA 2K Playgrounds game, so I got it pretty cheap. That's really the only reason why I got it. I'll probably end up using this as a trade bait later and down the road. Next up, we have Gravity Rush. Gravity Rush is it's a 2D platformer, highly inspired kind of by the Mega Mans back in the day. So if you remember Mega Man X, Mega Man X2, X3, those type of games, graphics, gameplays, it's definitely inspired by those, which is great because those are amazing games. But if you're a fan of the Mega Man games, definitely check this one out. Obviously, you're trying to stop this virus army as you hold the gravity circuit. So definitely want to check out. It's a quick, fast game. Next up, we got Gigantosaurus Dino Sports. Everyone's favorite kid-friendly game company, Outright Games, is back with another Gigantosaurus Dino game, coming off of the highly anticipated Dino Kart. We got Dino Sports. So it's like another, I would say, Mario type-esque party game. This one obviously revolving around sports games, sports activities. So if you're a fan of the show or just want something simple to play, definitely check this one out. Nilla is next up. This is a survival horror adventure type game. Graphic style, it definitely reminds me of like an AHA like Take On Me music video from like MTV in the 80s. But it's kind of different, a different aspect of it. So you play as like a cast of characters, kind of exploring isolated village, obviously haunted. But yeah, you're gonna solve puzzles, and things like the village kind of reconfigures as you're going through it. And each like character that you play through kind of has like a different set of powers, all suited for like the different areas of the village. So that's something up your alley. Next up, Princess Farmer, another limited run game just like the last one. I mean, have you ever wanted to be like a magical bunny farmer? Well, if you have, now's your chance. Princess Farmer, it's a visual novel type game mixed with like a 3-match game as well. So if you're a fan of visual novels with a touch of like the 3-match game style gameplay, this one might be up your alley. But it is only available through limited run physically, so you have to get it there. Next up, Captain Toonhead vs. the Punks from Outer Space. Now I don't know if it's me, but it definitely gives off a Saturday morning cartoon TV show name. It's the craziest name title for a game ever. But this is a PSVR 2 game. Captain Toonhead. It's like an over the top VR tower defense game. Not my style of game. I'm not a big tower defense game, but if you are, definitely check this one out. You weaponize pizza, you're scorching hot sauce towers, obviously trying to save the world from the punk army. So give this one a go, especially if you love VR. Next up, Blacksad Under the Skin. Originally when this came out, I thought it was a different game, but it's actually the same game on the PS4 that came out in 2019. But you play as John Blacksad, and everybody in this game is like animals. But he's a charismatic detective that's trying to solve the case of this boxing club owner that was found dead. So it's a pretty cool little game. I know it had some bugs on the PS4. Hopefully they kind of fix that with this one. You think of like what's the game? Rockstar game? Noir. I can't be in it. LA Noir. it's kind of gives me that kind of vibe for it. But it's not a bad game. You're gonna have some quick time events, obviously solving puzzles, things like that. So that's something up your alley. Check it out. Next up, Spy Anya Operation Memories. If you're a fan of the manga or the show, I'm sure you might enjoy this. This is simply just, she has a new assignment for school and is to take pictures of memories, kind of fill up her photo book. So mini games inside there as well. Haven't watched the show, I haven't read the manga, so yeah, let me know if this is a good show or something to check out. But if you're a fan of the show, something you might want to put on your radar. Next one up, High on Life. This originally came out on the Xbox, and it was the Xbox exclusive for a while, and then we finally got it on PlayStation 5. Luckily, because I did want to play this one. If you're a fan of Rick and Morty, the creator Justin Roiland was part of this game here, and it's like a first-person sci-fi comedy shooter where your weapons kind of talk to you. So if you're a fan of the Rick and Morty or know kind of the humor they have, you're gonna get the same kind of stuff with this game. Definitely one to kind of check out. I know the physical version of this is kind of pricey, but I want to say the retail version of this comes out here next month, so you should be able to get that pretty cheap. Bang on Balls Chronicles. No, not what I'm doing. What I'm talking about. Now this game, Bang on Balls Chronicles, despite the name, it's actually a really good game. It kind of gives me vibes like Mario 64, just kind of when you're hopping through the levels. Mario, you'd hop through the paintings. This one, you're hopping through the television screens, going through different like movie scenes. Everything in like the world is like a ball, but this is like a huge like destruction, open world sandbox type of adventure with combat, platforming, character customization. Goodness. But highly recommend this one. Like I said, the name is terrible, but the game is actually fun. Next up, the Pixel Pulps collection. Meridian Games coming through again with a nice package with the slip cover and some postcards with this one. But this is cool. I love the art style of it. But this is kind of like think of like 20th century Pulp Fiction styled after like 1980s home computer gaming graphics. This is like there's three different stories. They're all visual novels. I want to say the three different stories is like the Mothman 1966, Varney Lake, and then I think Benson Nights. All three different stories all look great. Definitely one to kind of check out and kind of be on the lookout for. I'm glad this finally got a physical. Next up, Mercenaries Lament, Requiem of the Silver Wolf. I know there's been a few of these games out there. I haven't really played any of them. It's another RPG, so I'm sure if you're a fan of the series, you probably know that this came out. But it does look pretty decent. Definitely, have that top-down RPG style. 2.5D graphics on it, so it looks pretty cool. That's something up your alley, and you're a fan of the series, definitely check this one out. Next up, Oregon Trail. I mean, what can I say about this game that hasn't been said? Everybody should know what this game is. If you haven't, please do your research. This game has been a classic staple. Been around since like floppy disk. But this is actually fun. I grabbed this one, popped it in, because I haven't played an Oregon Trail game in forever, and had a lot of fun with this one. It's the old same old. Have your crew. Trade for guns, weapons, food, all that kind of stuff. Try to survive and make it to Oregon Trail. Hunt, fish, all that kind of stuff. So definitely a nice take on kind of a newer take on the game from the original classic. But this is definitely one to check out. Next up, Backbeat. This was originally put out by Limited Run. I think you can get it over in the PAL world, but this was a PAL game released by Limited Run actually too. But this is kind of a different one. Seems a little bit confusing. It's kind of like a mashup puzzle strategy game where you're kind of moving through like time to guide your band through these puzzles. So I don't know. Check out the gameplay. It looks kind of crazy to me. But if you're into nostalgia and retro and maybe 90s era, you might want to check this one out. And last but not least, Calico. This game, I mean, this game is like it's like a day in the life community sim. You know, you're given the task to, you know, rebuild the cat's cafe, you know, and fill it with cute and cuddly creatures. Sounds like something you want to play. Definitely give this one a go. I mean, this might be game of the year. So keep an eye out for this one. You know, especially if you like making pastries and all that kind of stuff. But Calico, that was the PS5 pickups for the month of July 2024. I know a lot of you are out there like, man, where can I get that Calico game? It looks like it's a hidden gem. Be on the lookout for that one. No, but this is the one, like I said, is going to be the harder, or it's the unannounced game. It hasn't come out yet, so I don't know. Like I said in the video, it is hole punch too. So promo copy for sure. A lot of the promo copies are hole punched. But yeah, I don't know when this will get announced. If it gets announced, maybe at some point. But I haven't seen it. This is the only one I've seen. I haven't seen any more as of yet. But I'm sure it'll get announced at some point soon. Until then, this will stay sealed until the physical or retail release comes out. Then I'll jump into it. So again, my name is James with PlayStation Dead. Please hit that like, subscribe, share this out. I definitely appreciate it. And until next time, guys. Peace.